Hello and welcome to my Pavilion design presentation. My chosen Australian artist is Joanna Hardenbrand. Joanna is a brilliant and unique Australian artist, and I'm confident in saying, out of all the other artists I have researched, I was moved by her work the most. Joanna is an artist that is mainly inspired by the beautiful Australian natural landscape. As you can see in each canvas, she conveys her strong connection to nature in an exceptional manner. After reading more on her career and hope to gain a better perspective, it's become very clear to me each artist has their strengths and weaknesses. Joanna's strength is her ability to capture the vivid colors and the richness of the exotic environment which she lives in. Joanna's impression of the beautiful landscape where we all grew up in made me more in love with her artworks. Seeing the same environment in which I grew up in depicted in a way that reminds me of my own childhood, and the focus of colors reminds me of how I saw the world surrounding me as a child. It's the same feeling you get when you see a place you've been to in a movie scene or when you listen to a song lyric that mentions a place you have visited before. How I was inspired? I was inspired by the exceptional feeling I received from focusing on Joanna's unique artistic style to create a pavilion design that could portray how I am moved and inspired by her art. What my design needed to include was, as I saw, Joanna's art has several common themes throughout her different paintings. Her artwork's always complex, incorporates the natural landscape, and all aim to convey happiness and satisfaction of some sort. So at the beginning of my design process, I was planning to design a pavilion that assimilated and unified city and natural landscape. After researching different ways designers have approached this idea in built environment, I came to a different conclusion. Nature cannot be replicated. These different designs have proven to me that nature is too complex and perfect to ever be replicated. So what's the solution? Built environment shouldn't try to duplicate nature, but instead get inspired and try to replicate the emotions we are gifted when in a natural landscape. My experience while seeing Joanna's artworks, I'm reminded of how I used to look at nature as a kid. Saw parks as my sanctuary and trees as my playground. If there's one experience that gifted us with moments of joy as children, it was when we all climbed up trees with our siblings and friends. I believe this experience was common with almost every child, and the fact that we still remember it so clearly proves how much we all enjoyed this. This is where my design will be located, at the corner of Adelaide and George and Queen Street. And this is my design solution. We have separated adults from children so much we forgot we all were once children. Pavilion designers never combine multiple uses, and I believe a perfect design is one that is perfectly made for multiple uses and one that will forever be essential in that space. These are my elevations. These are my sections. This is my floor plan. And this is my pavilion in use. My vision for this design is for people all sorts of ages to be able to enjoy the place, whether that's for meditation, socializing, or just taking a break. I designed these blocks coming in and out of the structure, which goes all the way around, allowing people to easily climb up to the top or just rest at some point. There are benches placed around the structure for all the ages. This design's purpose is to resemble how we saw trees as children, whether we climbed them or just sat next to them. As I said before, I don't believe we can duplicate the design of nature, but we can replicate the feeling and experiences we have in them. I was inspired by Joanna's complex artwork that conveyed happiness and joy, which made my design purpose clear to me. I believe this design perfectly fits in the extremely demanding and busy city of Brisbane, allowing people to have a happy experience and take a break from the daily stresses and anxiety, to be like the children with no worries we all were once. Thank you for your time.